Monday morning. How are you this morning? I am great and ready to take on today after a great weekend and loving the weather. Just let me tell you, this is my time of year. I'm an 80s kind of girl. I love springtime. I love winter. I love summer, but it gets so darn hot. You feel like you're going to melt. And so spring is my favorite. Did you guys spring ahead? I know that. How come the clocks that are supposed to do it automatically never do it automatically? I just don't get that. Now, the phone changed, the computers changed, but the clocks, I don't know what they're doing. So I've been changing clocks this morning. I got here super early this morning because I had a lot to do and kicking it in high gear after a great weekend. We went down to Bike Week on Friday night, and that was fun, and walked around and saw all the cool bikes and ate food, of course. And so that's always a tradition that I love to do. And then Saturday, honey did projects around the house. We've got like 5 projects that have to be done this week. And so, I know, because we have a time crunch. And so got new plants. I love going to the plant stores. I mean, the only hard part about going to plant stores is I don't get to pick the plants because, except for the hanging ones, I lied. I did get to pick the hanging ones because Tim has a look. You know, he's a landscaper, so he has a look. And so we were replacing dead stuff. We're starting. That's going to be expensive. Some of it's going to come back, but some of it's not. And so we're in the process of starting that. Reset our pond because it was, crooked, or I don't know, not doing something right. And then the raccoon kept knocking it over. So Tim and Kenny did all that Saturday, and re-rocked it and fixed the man cave all up. So that was exciting. And then yesterday, we went for a long cruise. It was so nice. We just got in the car and cruised all the way down to the end of Ponds Inlet. And it was just a beautiful drive. The weather, like I said, is gorgeous, and love looking at all the houses. And oh my goodness, I don't feel so bad about the damage at my house from all the weather because my palm trees made it, and so I'm thankful. But so we went and did that, and then it was Miss Abby's birthday, so stopped by and saw Miss Abby and wished her a happy birthday. It's just an all in all great weekend. I could have had like one more day. I could have had a 3-day weekend, but all in all, it was a great weekend. I'm so thankful. Joel Osteen was awesome. That's who I like to watch on Sunday mornings. So he was awesome, and just thankful for a good weekend, for lots of things going on. And I was working on the computer yesterday for hours. And so, yeah, I need to think I change out the lights in my office. My eyes are really tired, but I did break my glasses last week. So I've got different glasses on, even though they're the same script and the same look, they still fit different. So maybe that's it. I don't know. But I was like, the lights were bugging me yesterday. I guess also because with the time change, you're off a little bit. So I don't know. What do you think of the time change? Would you leave it? I'm in the middle. I love it when it's lighter at night because I can go bike riding and I got events and stuff to do. But I don't like it so dark in the morning. So it's a hard one. It is a hard one. So as you are adjusting, you must leave a little bit early. Yep, leave a little bit early so that you can get used to the time change as you travel to work and for the kids out at the bus stops and all that. I do think is it spring break this week though? I know. It's usually right after Bike Week. Is that crazy how like all the boom boom around town, all the leather and all the noise and all the fun, and I like Bike Week. I'm sorry, but I do. But then all of a sudden like spring break is here. So I'm not sure even when Volusia County is out, but spring break is upon us. I don't get a spring break. Do you get a spring break? I don't get one at my job. So I don't know the dates. Back when I had kids in school, it was a little bit different. I was more onto the school calendar and the football games and all the different things. But now that the kids are growing up so fast, grandkids are growing. I mean, Abby, 13 already. I was looking at pictures yesterday of when she was born. I know. Thank God for pictures. Thank God for pictures. Sometimes people think I take too many pictures. And then I look back at that moment that we were doing something or something great happened or something fun or just cruising or whatever. Like yesterday, I did not take a picture of me and Tim cruising the morning away. And I wish I would have because it was just such a nice morning just to cruise. And so I love pictures. And I love that they come back up in the memories. Tim got me the neatest gift for our anniversary. I'd had one back in the day but it wasn't as techno as this one. So this one is like, oh, and so we thought we could only add like 100 pictures to it. I think I can add like 700 pictures to it. So during the day, sometimes I'll just flip through my phone and find some old pictures and send them over there so that when we're eating dinner, because we sit at the table and eat dinner together every day, it will click on. And I love to see Tim's face when like one clicks on and he goes, oh, I remember when, or when was that? Or man, look at the kids or whatever. So it's been such a great joy. Find joy in things. That's just, it seems like a little thing, but it's huge. You know, we always think we have to have this huge moment, like we're going on a safari to Africa. Okay. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be cool. And we did that, but we did it over at Animal Kingdom. But it doesn't have to be that. It can be a car ride. It can be walking on the beach. It can be walking on Main Street. You know, whatever the item is, be thankful for where God has you right then and right there. And, you know, stop and smell the roses. And I know you're saying, but you stop and take pictures. I do. I do take pictures, but I also stop and smell the roses. This is a busy week here at WAPN. I've got like 2 events to go to this week. And so, you know, I love to go to the different events and different things going on around town. Tonight is Bold Ladies of Volusia County. And so that's always fun. You always get to get educated a little bit. You get to meet a nonprofit, get to hang out with the girls. So that is tonight right here in town at Murphy Bed. So that is at 5:30, I believe. I know. I'm not good with timing. Let's just get honest. But it is Bold Ladies of Volusia County tonight. Friday night is a Relevant Church Women's Night, Ladies' Night, and that's at 7 p.m. on Bevel. So I love Liz Sarno. I love how she always pulls off these women events. It's always something fun. This year has something to do with flying. So we're flying together, taking off together, whatever the theme is. So why don't you come out on Friday night? If you can't come tonight, because I know it's short notice, how about coming out on Friday night to Relevant, or maybe Saturday to the Empty Bowl thing for Hum? That's a fundraiser. That's always a neat thing to go to. That's at the Ocean. Just liking, sharing, and following, because, you know, we want people to do that. And then we don't do it. And so right now, if you could like, share, and follow WAPN 91.5 FM, that would be awesome. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're on YouTube. Any of the items, like, share, and follow us would be awesome. But also we're asking to sponsor to step up and do that to 2 different other ones. And the other ones are Trinity Music and Media. And that's our rock show, which is on tonight from 6 to 7. It's on 2 nights a week now, the Rock Hour. And so great music, fun. We have a plan. We're working on it. So check this out tonight after the preaching stops, the music begins. So that is at 6 p.m. tonight, the Rock Hour. But go on over to Trinity Music and Media. I think it's Trinity Music and Media Group. And go ahead and like, share, follow so that we can start building up that site. You know, every like, share, and follow gets somebody else interested, somebody else excited. So I also need you to do that for Hope Fest. Hope Fest is coming up in August, which is not that far away. And so we want to start building that excitement. Crystal is doing an amazing job starting to share the story of Hope Fest and why it's going to happen and what's going on and the different artists and all that. So we need you to head on over to Hope Fest and like, share, and follow that also. We would love to get sponsors, food trucks, volunteers, prayer partners. We just need a little bit of everything for that. So first of all, we got to like, share, and follow to get the excitement going. And then we need to participate. So say, hey, I could be on the prayer team. I could be on the cleanup team. Yeah, I know people always laugh when I say the cleanup team. Yeah, we all love to show up at the beginning, but then at the end, when we got to put everything away, you know, you got to break down the stage, you got to clean up all the trash. We need your help also. So like, share, and follow, and send us a message and let us know how you can be part of a Hope Fest. And that is in August at Manatee Island, right here in Daytona Beach. So that's exciting. So there's just something always going on. And the thing about people is, you know, we always complain or say, well, we'd like to do or whatever, but we don't actually participate. So I'm asking you to take 2 seconds of your time right now, like, share, and follow. Get excited. You know, there's that one person out there. I'm always looking for the one. And so how we reach that one is whatever way works for them. And that's why I do so many things here at WAPN. That's why people always say, well, why do you YouTube? Why do you Facebook? Why do you podcast? Why do you? Because everybody listens to radio different in a different way. And the more ways we can get the word out there, the more chances we have to get that one. And I am always looking for the one and always loving that we are prayer people here at WAPN. So, I need prayer today. I have to find a video for somebody. They're in heaven now, but their family would love this video. And, you know, I saw it like 2 months ago. I saw this video and I can't find it right now. But God knows exactly where that video is. And so I need God to show me where that video is today so I can send it to that family. So if y'all be praying for me that I find that video and then I can send it to that family so that they can watch their loved one. I know I don't have of my dad's voice. And, have barely any of my mom's voice. And those are things that you think, oh, as a radio station, I would have a ton. But when everything happened, we hired people to help us, and that all got destroyed. And so, yeah, I understand how important the voice is. I understand how that memory is important. So pray that I can find that today, people. I know I can. I just need your help. If y'all like to volunteer, if y'all like to donate to WAPN, we'd really appreciate it. New equipment did start arriving over the weekend. Yay! So I need to get that installed. I'm waiting for more and waiting to buy more. So if you'd like to partner with us, your dollars, your fives, your hundreds, your thousands, whatever, you can come by the radio station at 1508 State Avenue. If I'm not here, there is a mail slot. You can put it right in there, or head on over to our website, WAPN.net, and donate right there. That really helps WAPN with the over and above things like, you know, different equipment that breaks and different equipment that needs to be upgraded. So I really appreciate your help on that one. And shout out to people that are sending me mic ideas and app ideas. I'm trying to pull off a project for a pastor. So I really appreciate you sending me those files, sending me those ideas. Takes an army to pull off these pastors, doesn't it? And I appreciate all of you that help. Well, let's get our favor on and let's get today going. Are you living favor-minded? Are you expecting God's best? Or are you just kind of sort of going through life, taking whatever comes your way? I'm living favor-minded. I got the favor of God all around me. I got him around WAPN, around my family, around my grandchildren, around my husband, around our business, around my vehicle. The favor of God is all around me. So I am looking always what God's going to do today. Remember, we have the Empty Bowls this Saturday. Liz Sarno Friday night. Tonight is the Bold Ladies. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. I try to share it on WAPN's Facebook. That's the best place to find things. Or you can always just text me or call me or whatever. Remember today is Monday, March 9th. I know. I don't even know what month it is. I was time changed and I was trying to do all that this morning. So it is March 9th, 2026. The weather, my weather, 79 with a low of 65. Madison, 85 with a low of 65. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Joseph and Mary and everybody else celebrating a birthday, anniversary, whatever you're celebrating. And I love this. Today is National Barbie Day. I mean, my girls loved Barbies. My granddaughters loved Barbies. And so it is National Barbie Day. I love it. I am out of here. I'm going to go take care of a few things, and I'm going to be taking care of some stuff around the station. Y'all have a wonderful, great Monday. 10 a.m. is our monthly interview with our chief of police here, finding out what's going on in Holly Hill. I really appreciate that he takes his time to come in here and educate us. So we'll see him at 10. Y'all have a wonderful, great day. I am praying for you.